All right, all right, all right. Feeling a little under the weather this morning. Welcome to Mooseworks. Today's gonna be part 3 of a build where I replaced this chintzy aluminum work rest for my bench sander with a heavy freaking duty, beefy work rest that's adjustable. It's gonna allow me to sand with the sander straight at a 90, as well as push forward into a 45. The plate's gonna be 9 inches by 10 inches, so it's gonna be a pretty big work area on top of this plate, and I don't think it's gonna get in the way of anything else. I use this sander a lot, so this is gonna be super helpful for the workflow in my shop. And if you haven't seen part 1 or 2 of this build series, go ahead and click one of the links in the description to watch those videos before this one so you can follow this full build series. With no further ado, let's get to it. All right. In part 1, we made this pattern. We kind of sized up the work rest area and what we wanted it to look like. Let's grab the plasma cutter, fire up the air compressor, and cut this out. I wore my tennis shoes, so this might be fun. I know what my next project's gonna be. That was a freaking hassle to get this plasma cutter set up. When we're done with this work rest build video, I think we're gonna put a small little platform on my welding cart so we can put the Vevor plasma cutter on that and move it around that way, because that was a freaking hassle. All right, let's cut this out. I'm gonna be using 45, maybe 50 amps for this. Yep, we're doing 48 amps. That worked pretty good. The cuts that I did were not very clean. I still need to spend some time with the plasma cutter to get proficient at cutting straight edges. There's a pretty good kerf to every single one of the edges that I cut, which just means we're gonna have to use the grinder quite a bit more than anticipated. So this morning might just be using the plasma cutter and grinding, but that's all right. So I'm gonna grab the grinder. We're gonna clean up these edges, and then we're gonna try to get it ready for welding to the vertical tube. I can't breathe. I gotta open the door. There's gonna be a lot less talking this morning purely because I have to use my respirator so much with all the grinding and plasma cutting. I am using a 80 grit Nico 4.5 inch flap disc. I've been using these since I watched the Fireball Tool channel. do his reviews, and that was one of the higher rated for cost. Back to the daily grind. So I'm covered in grind dust, but I got this plate pretty well cleaned up. All the edges are relatively straight. I mean, we'll know more once we mount it up. There is grind dust and plasma dust everywhere. This was a clean floor when I started. I guess that's how it goes. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit, let my workpiece cool off. When I was done with all that, I noticed I didn't have my safety glasses on or a face shield. So if you guys are doing this, go ahead and wear the correct PPE. Don't follow what I did. Idiot. Anyways, I'm gonna place that plate, clean up a little bit, put that plate on top of my tool rest here and see how it fits up. See if it's gonna land 90 to the sander or not. And then we'll, get to rolling. Grinding and cleaning and grinding and cleaning. That's all I do. The daily grind. All right, I gotta put gloves on, but I can handle this. Somewhat handle this plate now. All right, I got my 2 setup magnets here. Put them there and there. Let's see if this is gonna fit up. And that fits up pretty nicely. It's not perfectly flat. All right, so I tightened down my screw. I think that's gonna work. Oh yeah. See, it fits around on the sides there and there. Not the cleanest cuts or edges, but I'll take it. Awesome. All right, now let's check our 90s. Huh, spot on. That's funny. That is dead nuts on 90. There is quite a bit of overhang on this side and this side, this side and this side. So I think I'm gonna have to make some sort of stiffening plate underneath going those 2 directions, and I'll tack them underneath. I don't want to do too much welding on the bottom side of this plate, otherwise we're going to warp it and it's not going to be flat. Because right now, I mean, over this short distance, it's pretty flat. So I want to keep it that way. I'm tempted to just tack it in place like this. I think that has enough magnets on it, it's not going to fall. Man, that's gonna have to go back far. I don't think we're gonna meet it up with this. Might have to take. It's close, but no cigar. I didn't make my plate deep enough. Now what I could do, should do, slide this edge closer to our vertical arm here to where it's right on the edge. And that'll get us as far as we can. I mean, I can use that. There's just gonna be a big old gap right there. Yeah, let's do that. Pull this back out. Put the 90 on it. 90, 90. 90. Let's tack it in place. All right, so I have an inclinometer. I'm gonna measure what the base is. The base is showing 89.7. Clean off all the metal here. So 89.7 and 89.9 on my vertical arm. So when we tighten the adjustment screw, we get 89.7. Okay, so that is parallel with our base. Let's check this side. 89.7. Okay, we're consistent. This arm is actually exactly where I want it to be. It might look a little odd meeting up with that. And then our plate shows 0.7 this way. So let's tap up on it a little bit. It's pretty close. Might tap it down a little on this side. Zero. All right, so we have it level this way. We have it not quite level this way. Okay, level this way, level that way, level, level. Okay, I'll let you guys. Close to level, 0.3, and then 0 this way. 0.3, 0.2. I'll take it. Let's tack this up with these magnets in place. And then we'll see about stiffening up that plate so it doesn't get out of 90. All right, so we're hitting on this side, so we're gonna have to tap it over that way. I forgot to push this edge back. That adjustment screw is as tight as it is gonna be. All right, that's exactly where I want it to be. So let's go ahead and tack it up. All right, 3/16, 1/4 inch, F5.5. F5.5. I'm just tacking, so I'm not gonna put a respirator on, but I am gonna put my helmet on. Want a good clean contact tip. I almost forgot it was on grind mode. There you go. She's tacked in place, fits up there. We can pull it out away from the work area, the sanding. We can change a belt. Loosen it up, go to a 45-degree angle. Slides in almost to where I can get a good fit up. I like it. I'm happy with that. Slides. Oh yeah. All right, it's tacked up enough. We're not gonna have any problems. I'm running out of time. I gotta get ready for work now, but yeah, all went well. It looks like it's gonna work out really well. We have everything tacked together. The only thing that we would really need to add at this point is a stiffener in this direction where this is hanging off a lot, and then also in this backwards direction where it's hanging back quite a bit, without interfering with being able to work at that 45 degrees. Have a little bit of grinding cleanup to do after that, and then paint, and we're good to go. I'm not gonna use anything right now since it's just tacked up, but it kind of it proves out the concept, right? So thanks for watching today. Sorry for the noise. It's raining outside and I'm in a metal building, but yeah, no, I'm happy with how this has turned out. It's looking good. Oh, I tightened it down. Super happy with that. Stay tuned for part 4, where we weld up some stiffeners. We clean this whole thing up and we paint it up. Get it ready for actual use. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, stay safe, use your safety glasses, don't be like me, and get to making something, because it's fun.